Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career or money reading for the end of May, right through the end of June 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, I don't do personal readings, so I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their career and money situation right now? Can you please guide them, show them the way? What are they meant to see at this time? We have the Sun card there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What are they meant to be aware of regarding their career, money situation? We have the Temperance card and anything else they're meant to see for their future. What are they meant to know regarding outcomes? Okay, so they definitely want that card there. We've got the Tower. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Good Angels. And can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What else are they meant to see at this time? What are they meant to be aware of regarding their career and money situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? We have the Empress card there as well. Okay. I'm going to get the rest of your cards, but looking at the energy, I definitely see that there are some positive things on the horizon for you. A little bit of a shock or a surprise going on in the month of June. We'll look at that a little bit deeper to see what it is, but ultimately you come out on top because that Empress energy indicates you establish yourself as someone who is really awesome at what you do. You're liberating yourself out of a very stuck situation. I mean, some of you with that Temperance card, because it's in the resistance position and we also have the Tower energy, I would be a little bit mindful of impatience in the month of June or wanting something too quickly or going too fast because there is a potential there for a mistake. So this may not be your mistake. It could be someone else that you have to rectify their mistake. But I would definitely just be a little bit mindful about rushing into anything too quickly. Slow and steady wins the race is what I see there. But also I definitely see here that some of you are looking at where you are in your career right now. You may be feeling a little bit fed up with the way that things are going. You know, even though you're bringing your A game, you're really passionate, you're really intense, you're manifesting, you're energized. You know, of course it fluctuates, especially since the Temperance card is there. It can mean that one day you're in that go-getting spirit and the next day maybe not so much. You know, it doesn't mean that you're not doing anything that day. It just means that you are doing all your tasks, your responsibilities in a very diligent fashion, and you just may acknowledge that, you know, you just feel a little bit less energy that day, but you're still doing, still very busy. But I really get an energy that maybe people around you that you work with, either they're not pulling their weight or you feel that something is a little bit off right now. Got 3 of Pentacles there. So some of you are looking at teamwork, who supports your endeavors. If you feel appreciated where you're at right now, and if you feel like you're not, I definitely see that some of you are looking for new opportunities. I mean, that Tower can also be that some of you are going to surprise a lot of people by either giving in your notice for a new opportunity, or it could even be a new opportunity comes in and surprises you and it brings in more money. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Swords there. They want one more, so I will give it. Okay. And by they, I mean my guides. Okay. So I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. as well as channeling the energy and also reading the cards, okay? So that's why sometimes my pace is a little bit faster than usual, because I pick up on the energy in the reading, and I'm really having to slow down the energy that I feel in your reading in particular, because I feel this go-getting spirit that you are trying to be positive, that you are having a lot of growth in your career right now. I mean, even if some of you have had a shock in your career sector and you're currently out of work and you're getting a bit nervous or anxious about the next steps of your career sector, I definitely see here that there is a new opportunity coming in. Page of Pentacles, something's being offered in the month of June. Seven of Swords, I would definitely say don't go too quickly, especially when it comes to signing contracts, or don't rush into anything. Seven of Swords is giving me like a little red flag there, something that you may want to look over. For example, if you get a dream job opportunity and you're like, this is it, this is the best thing that has come your way, it's got the right amount of money, it's got the right level of independence and excitement there for the job, but you may actually find in the contract that there's something in it that you don't agree with, or long term could hinder your progress, or may stand out as something that you don't really want to bind yourself to, shall we say, because the Sun card is to get clarity, it's really to see, and because we've got the Tower here and the Seven of Swords, I would just say don't go too quickly, don't rush into anything, because you may miss something that you'll have to return to, okay? So yeah, that's coming through there as well. Especially when you've got an Ace of Wands, that can indicate you learn a lesson, or something transforms your circumstances, ultimately for the better, but it highlights that, you know, sometimes it's really important to pause just to reflect before you move into something. And I definitely see here a lot of growth in your career, whether you are currently in a position right now or not, and you're looking for a new role, because some of you, I feel, are putting the feelers out there to see if there's any other opportunities. With that Page of Pentacles there, I feel new opportunity on the horizon. But also there's a Four of Cups here. So this can indicate that some of you have been feeling a little bit disappointed or a little bit bored. It doesn't mean that it's like a repetitive cycle, same old thing, just a different day. I just feel with this card that you've reached a plateau in your career where you feel like you've come as far as you can, or you've outgrown a position, shall we say. As you can see there, that flower is in full bloom. And that's a really positive thing, because when you've outgrown a situation, it means you're on to the next level. So I definitely see that the trajectory is on the up there. And the Sun card also indicates that you're someone who is learning to shine your light in your career. You're actually a beacon of light in whatever arena you find yourself in. So whether you are an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, or whether you work in a company, I feel like you are seen as an asset, even if you don't feel appreciated for all the effort that you put in to your career and the environment. I definitely see that people notice you as being someone who is tenacious, who has a lot of power. You're very good at what you do. You're very gifted. Magician card indicates very talented person, someone who is very creative, someone who is very skillful, someone who's very focused and is destined for a lot of accomplishment. And I actually see here that you've accomplished quite a lot so far that you should really be proud of, but because of your fire element, you're kind of like on to the next. What's next? What next can I accomplish? And I definitely see here that some of you are being offered promotions. If you're in like a company, could be that you're being offered an opportunity, but the money has to be right, okay? Because I feel it comes with more work here. You get an opportunity to negotiate a better deal is what I see here. So you may actually be offered like a Ten of Pentacles energy, which is great, but then Page of Pentacles is the next step up. So I feel like you basically increase, some sort of salary there. I mean, it could also be bonus related, or, some sort of new income, but it's definitely a raise. Could even be that you're stepping into a new department, but it feels like you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience in this role. And I feel it's very lucrative, whatever it is. And if you're currently looking for a job because you have been out of work for a little while, I definitely see a new role coming in. I actually see that it's something very creative, something that is very exciting and will literally transform the trajectory of your career sector. And I definitely see you like almost like fast tracking once you've established yourself in the role. But again, I would say don't rush into anything. especially when you're signing contracts, okay? And if you're an entrepreneur, this could also be some good financial news that comes in. And I'm going to have to pull a card on that tower there, but the Sun card indicates that you're trying to be positive, even though you may feel that there is a chaotic environment. So if your sector or your industry is experiencing a lot of change, a lot of restructure at the moment, or you may feel that there's not a lot of opportunities out there at the moment to staircase, you're going to be pleasantly surprised because of your positivity. It's attracting more abundance, especially since we have Jupiter amplifying opportunity at this time because it's a very benevolent planet of expansion. Now that's going to increase your opportunities right up until the 18th of May. Now it doesn't go away, but the energy just is a little bit less amplified. So I would get all your manifestations, your visions of what it is you desire for your career sector, for your money, and I would get it all in, like offer it up to the universe before the 18th, okay? Now, that Sun card, I definitely see here that people tend to naturally like you, okay? So even if you work in a company and your boss is playing hardball with you, I actually see that your boss really likes you. They're putting you through some sort of test or pressure to see if you can handle the next stage or be put into a new role, as in a promotion. Sometimes it's all about perspective. Of course, if anyone is being rude or, is bullying you or singling out in any way, shape, or form, that's not acceptable. But if you feel like the pressure is on recently and perhaps your boss is a little bit more hard on you than usual, there's one perspective where you're thinking, why are they doing this? And from your boss's perspective, they're like, a new role is becoming available and I just want to make sure that you're capable of stepping into that role. So they may not be able to tell you about it right now because I feel they're giving me the word embargo, so it feels like it's not readily available right now or nobody's allowed to know about it at this time. So it feels very much like it's in the works. And so if you feel like you're being tested in the working environment right now, I feel that's because someone in a hierarchical position sees you being perfect for a role, but they need to just test you to see if it's right for you and if you are right for it. So for some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, for example, this could also be a testing client that you come up against in the month of June. But actually, I see that you are someone who is very diplomatic, and I feel the way you approach this situation, it actually impresses the person and they actually draw more attention and more business towards you because of the way you dealt with something that had the potential to be a little bit delicate. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. Now, with the Sun card and the Magician, this is a highly energized month, very busy, very productive, and I feel like you're just going to enjoy your work. You're going to enjoy what you do. Even if some of you have been feeling a little bit pushed and pulled in many different directions recently, or you've been feeling a little bit on autopilot or in limbo, you've just been doing, there's going to be a shift and a change in the energy where you're just, excited, reigniting that lust for your career, that lust for life, and I feel like you're cooking something up. This could be cooking up new ideas to launch something or implementing new ideas to help you be more efficient in the working environment. This is also a card of expansion, focus, and having confidence to take action on something. All these cards indicate that you're blending your energies and your talents to really cook up something special at this time. And also the Magician card, of course, is a manifestation card. So you really have a powerful energy right now where you're remaining focused, you're being creative, and you're turning those visions into reality by taking action. So I definitely see here as well, this is actually an Aries card. I feel like you're putting yourself first because sometimes humans, we accept less than we truly deserve. So I feel right now you're in a period of re-examining your priorities, making sure that all the energy that you put in, that there is a fair recompense. And what I mean by that is that if you're putting so much effort into your work, there should be a financial reward there that actually matches what it is that you do. So if you feel that the money isn't right, because the Three of Pentacles is an energy of you looking at finances, looking at savings, and being very financially oriented this month, where you're kind of like building a foundation, you're building towards something, but you may feel like it's not enough. So you may be implementing new ideas to increase wealth, because you're literally staircasing finances here. You've got Three of Pentacles, it goes to the Ten of Pentacles, and then to the Page of Pentacles. And because your Ten of Pentacles there is in the resistance position, it can indicate that you have a little bit of a conflict regarding finances right now. You may feel that for the effort that you put in, it's not equating to the amount of money that you should be being paid right now. Some of you, especially if you're looking for a role, a new role, you may come up against people saying that you're overqualified, which actually basically means that they love what you do and they would love you on their team because you've got the skills and also you've got the knowledge. But they're not willing to pay. The budget doesn't allow it, or they feel like they can get someone to do the work and train as they go and actually pay them less. But you're going to come up against a new opportunity where they pay what you feel like you are worth in this particular role. And actually it's very creative. I feel it's something that's going to be rewarding, fulfilling, and it will change the way that you work. So if you're looking for new opportunities, for some of you, this could be something that, comes up in the career or the company that you work in already. Because the Empress, when you apply it to a career or money reading, it basically means more prosperity and an opportunity to be in a promotion state or step into a new role where there's more responsibility and, your knowledge and know-how is required for this role. So with that Page of Pentacles, there's financial news coming in here for you. And for some of you, it could be bonus. You could be given some sort of gift as a token of recognition that you're doing a really good job. But with that Seven of Swords there, part of you with the Seven of Swords, it feels, in comparison to the cards, it's almost like I feel that you get it in installments. Weird, I know, it doesn't make sense. It almost feels like if the company that you work for has done really well, they may issue like a bonus, but it may be like a quarterly bonus and then you get the next part of the bonus like at another date. Okay, that's what's coming through there. That may not resonate with everyone, but I am getting that energy, so I have to mention it. If you're an entrepreneur, this could mean that you're having an increase in your finances this month, that there is a steady rise here. You may have felt that things have plateaued over the last couple of months, and seasonally, you may have even thought that things are a little bit off right now, but they will pick up pace, and I feel there's some sort of surprise here. I keep being drawn to it. I'll get to it when I get to it, but it keeps drawing me, so it's obviously important. But we will get there. Now, again, Three of Pentacles indicates you are engineering a plan, strategizing the next steps. And I feel some of you may consult this month with a financial advisor. This could be something that you do through an entrepreneurship if you work for yourself, or if you work for a company, it could be that they bring in the pensions person to talk to you regarding your assets or your pensions for the long term. It could also be you trying to learn how to utilize systems in order to increase your wealth. But ultimately, this is about you building upon your plans and focusing on your tasks at hand. Basically, this is you being the architecture of your dreams to make them become tangible, so they become a reality in your world. And I feel like you're working really hard to increase your reach, increase your potential, your opportunities there. And I actually feel like you're in a really good position right now. There just seems to be a boost of energy heading you towards some sort of goal or something that you will celebrate. And I feel around about the third week, this is when the news comes in that you're going to think, this is what I've been working towards. This is it. I'm really excited about the next steps now. Now, we do have the Temperance card. Again, it's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. Something seems a little bit off balance. So it could be that there's something in your industry that is little bit chaotic right now, or perhaps there's some merges going on behind the scenes and you're not sure how things are going to work out there. Ultimately, I see, yes, there's restructure, yes, there's change, whether you are an entrepreneur or whether you work for a company, because it can be that the industry is changing and new policies, new regulations are coming in, which means a new way of working. But ultimately, with that Empress energy, I feel that you're someone who has established yourself as being so good at what you do that you really are an asset to any team. So if there's a restructure here, I see if anyone's leaving a company, it's you because you want to. Okay, I feel like you're in charge of leaving, because when you have an outcome energy, it tends to mean that the Tower can either work with you or against you. But looking at the underwriting cards there, it feels very much like there's so much potential in this Tower to liberate you or set you free from a situation that has been really difficult, frustrating perhaps, and it feels like new opportunities, new ideas are coming in, and it sees you be the best that you are. Have confidence in your skill set. Now, of course, the Temperance card, when it's in the Resistance position, it will go into the upright as we move into June. So things get a little bit more harmonious, okay? Anything or anybody who's been disrupting the energy will actually... well, actually, I don't see them leaving. I have to say that. So maybe they're being moved into a different apartment, or perhaps, you know, you just kind of like phase them out in some way. I feel like they remain, whatever this person or this frustration is, but I feel like you deal with it in a different way, or you're moving away yourself from it. Now, the Temperance card is an interesting card because it basically is, of course, all about patience. And with that Tower energy and the Seven of Swords, I feel like because this is shown up in the Resistance position, there is the potential for someone here to really try to push your buttons in the working environment. So it could be a testing client or a testing co-worker or a testing boss. But I feel, you know, everything will be resolved is what I see, but I get a sense this yearning for independence in your working environment. So some of you, it could be that you want to launch something or start up something, because I feel new money, or you're applying for something in order to start something up or launch it, and it feels very independent. So some of you could literally be trying to do two streams of income, for example, because this is a card of duality. And this figure, as you can see here, is like, how do I keep balance and harmony in my life whilst giving my attention to two different pots? So it could be that you're actually focusing on like a long-term secure sort of business that you're doing right now, and then launching something more freelance or more independent on the side, or you're actually someone who is an entrepreneur and you're branching out, and this is like the second branch of your career or company, and it just feels like, okay, now you just got to manage it all without losing your head, kind of thing. So I definitely see that happening there for you, and things working out in your favor. But with the Four of Cups in the Resistance position, at first, of course, this indicates that, you know, some of you may be looking at a new direction or a new way of approaching whatever it is that you do. I just feel like you're transferring your skills. You're utilizing whatever it is that you've learned so far in order to either launch something new. Some of you may be becoming a consultant, for example, especially if you are coming up to retirement age. You've established yourself as being awesome at what you do, but you may be thinking about, okay, don't want to retire 100% at this time. You may be like sort of downsizing your hours and being a consultant so that you get more money for less time, because you're someone who has a lot of knowledge, and, you know, you're not just going to work for a company per se. It could be that you're consulting or outsourcing things, and, you know, basically passing on your knowledge or helping other companies, you know, do what you do best. And I just get this energy of you just bringing in more money there as well. Now, Four Cups, especially with your starting cards, it can indicate some of you have plateaued in a certain area of your career. It could be that you love what you do, because with that Sun card and the Magician card, it indicates that you're in a position to basically take charge of your circumstances, and ultimately, you tend to only really go where your heart truly wants to go. If you find yourself in a position where you really don't like it, you don't stay for long. So if you're not happy where you're at, I definitely see that you're actually going to be leaving quite quickly. But ultimately, I see here with the Four of Cups that you're not even aware that there is a new opportunity on the horizon, and there may have been some sort of disappointment that went on here, or you may have felt an opportunity went elsewhere, or you may even feel like, you know what, I'm working really hard and times are tough and the price of living is also increasing, and you may be thinking, you know what, is there anything else? How can I increase my wealth? Or you may be in a state of rumination at this time, trying to, brainstorm new ideas of how to increase whatever it is that you are working towards right now, or whatever it is you're getting right now in the circumstances that you're in. But the Four of Cups, it can be like dreaming of new opportunities or manifesting new opportunities, being in the flow, letting go of any disappointments in order to find solutions rather than dwell on anything that's not going right for you right now. I'm actually seeing someone, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, I'm seeing someone running and jumping over hurdles, okay? So, I mean, some of you may literally be an athlete and, you're in training right now. You're going to be very successful, okay? That's what I see. But I feel there may be the potential that you find out that someone who is a rival or a competitor up against you, they may be doing something untoward, like, I don't know, enhancing their ability to win or be successful, if you know what I mean. Because I really get a sense here with the Seven of Swords, something underhanded, okay? I'm getting many energies off it, but I will get to it when I get to it. But I just get this energy here that even if you're not an athlete, I feel this is about you overcoming hurdles, and you may notice that someone is putting a hurdle in your way on purpose because they see that potentially you're a threat to their position, is what I see there. But ultimately, I get an energy that you're moving away from this energy. I just get a sense that you're going to be successful and they're just going to like burn themselves out and sort of like skid off to the side and not really be in your way anymore. That's what I'm getting there as well. Now, Ten of Pentacles, it's in the resistance position. So this can indicate, of course, that you feel like you're not getting the right amount of money. You may also have... thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Now, this is going to be a little bit controversial and may not resonate with everyone. For some of you, it could be that either you're thinking about moonlighting or taking up another opportunity in a different shift, shall we say, and it may be a conflict of interests. So some of you, just be a little bit mindful of that. Because what I'm getting is, and again, this is not going to resonate with everyone, but I have to mention it because it was such a big boost of energy. If, for example, you're working for this company, right? Or even if you're an entrepreneur and you've got this client, this is what you do like day to day, for example, and then you thought, you know what, I'm really going to branch out over here. And if you do this in the daytime and you thought about taking up like a second stream of income in the evening, for example, only for a couple of hours, it feels like this company or this client may attend an event or be somehow reaching out to this company over here, and there may be like a conflict of interest and you get seen or something like that, okay? I'm not here to make you feel paranoid or anything like that, but I'm just getting this energy of like you being surprised that someone is there. Now, of course, you own it with the Empress energy that's like, yeah, and unless it's contractual that you are not to have a conflict of interests, then I would say it's fine. But if it is in a contract, I would again say just make sure that you're aware of the repercussions of that, okay? Because that's coming through, and that may not resonate with everyone, but it's coming through, so I have to mention it. And with respect, I'm going to move away from that energy. Now, for some of you with that 10 of Pentacles there, I feel like you've had a lot of family responsibilities going on. So some of you, you're launching yourself into the working environment, or you are re-entering the workforce after a period of being on maternity leave or paternity leave, and you're just, ready to get going. I definitely get a sense here that you are a goal setter and a goal getter this month, and I feel there's an energy here of you taking charge and liberating yourself out of a very difficult situation. And if you've been worried about finances, anything that's in the resistance position, it goes into the upright. So for some of you, you're launching new business ideas from home. Okay, this could be the home space where you are making a little bit more money. This could be something creative that you've been thinking about doing for some time, or it could be that you're selling things, upcycling things in some way in order to just generate more money, but also declutter the home space, which is a win-win situation there. Ultimately, the Ten of Pentacles is really about you attracting more wealth. And it's about you using your wealth of knowledge to build on whatever it is that you have accomplished so far, protecting everything that you've earned. For some of you, you're saving for to purchase a property. And I definitely see here that you've been holding off. And I feel like you may actually find an opportunity suddenly. And I feel that they may actually what I'm getting there is that they may actually have overpriced a property that you really like. But I feel, you know, when you make an offer for it, I feel actually they may take your offer because I do feel it's overpriced and they really want to sell quite quickly. But again, I would make sure you do all the checks before you sign on the dotted line, okay? Because you don't want to have any nasty surprises later on. Now, Ten of Pentacles is also a card of investment of energy. So I really feel like you're working really hard. You're a master or a mistress of whatever it is that you do. And I feel like you are using that skill set in order to attract more opportunities. So whether it's a promotion, new clients, whatever it is, it's more wealth. Because I see here with that Page of Pentacles, you're going to be able to save a little bit more. It's only a little bit, mind. I do see there's a small increase here. So whether it is that, you know, you worked really hard and you actually increased your wealth from last month, or you get to save a little bit more than last month, or you're actually getting like an increase, new income in some way, it just adds to the pot. And I feel it's actually something that is really quite exciting. I'm being distracted by the image they're showing me in the water right now. They're showing me like a little map and it's got X marks the spot. Okay, so this could be like buried treasure. Okay, I mean, if I'm picking up the energy correctly, it makes me think about like stashing money aside for the future, you know, or hiding money away, you know, protecting it. Now, this could be for a planned move or purchase. I mean, I'm also picking up like hidden talent vibes, something that perhaps you need to tap into a little bit more, something that you've been thinking about that you're very creative at, and you haven't really explored it as much as you could. And I feel the month of June in particular, you're really going to look at it and see that actually it's a blueprint of how to not only reach a goal, but also to increase wealth. So I feel some of you could be exploring this month other avenues of how to increase wealth and utilize your skill set, because you have more than one purpose and also you have more than one skill. So I feel you're trying to utilize that as much as possible. Now, some of you, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Aries, some of you may be dealing with something very difficult that's personal. For example, there's an energy here of some of you having to deal with an inheritance. And of course, you know, you've got a lot on your plate right now, and you're just trying to get clear on everything and spin all the plates and deal with this very raw emotion and this difficult task, and it's hard, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. And of course, not every beautiful Arian out there is dealing with that, but I am picking up a small percentage of you going through this difficult time, and it's really hard, okay? And the process may throw up some surprises as well, but I feel there may be a surprise financial reward here. Again, make sure you get the right people on board to action this estate or this inheritance, because I feel this one's going to be a difficult one. Okay, that's what is coming up there. And with respect, I'm going to step away from the energy and send you so much light and love there too. Okay, now we've got the Tower. Okay, now the Tower, it's not an evil card, it's not a negative card, it actually means a surprise or a restructure. So some of you could hear about some major shocks or changes in the working environment, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you work for yourself. These could be rules, regulations, policies, they could be new ways of working. It could also be like if you are an entrepreneur, for example, and you rent a space. It could be that the landlord decides to increase the money for the place that you rent, or it could be that you hear that actually the place that you're renting is actually going to close down and now you need to find somewhere else. So I really get a sense here there is a surprise for you that may come as a bit of a shock, and you have to make adjustments in order to make it work in your favor. But I also want you to be aware that this transformation is working in your highest good, because it's followed by an Empress energy, which means you come out on top. This is about maybe you even surprising yourself and your own expectations of how things are flourishing for you and how positive the direction you are heading in is. And I need to pull a card, of course, because the Tower can also be an epiphany, a sudden wake-up call that you've been working so hard that you've been neglecting your own needs, or you've been neglecting your health, and you need to establish healthier working practices in your environment. Otherwise, when you're highly pressurized and pushed and pulled in many different directions, sometimes we make a few mistakes. We miss things if we go too fast. And I'm really picking up that energy here. So whether you, as I said, work in a company or as an entrepreneur, I would say, look at pressure, look at managing stress levels. But let me pull a card on that Tower first, and then I'll do the Seven of Swords there. Because the Seven of Swords, together, it could be that someone shocks you. Right? Someone, they show their true colors in the working environment, and you're really surprised. And actually it feels like they've betrayed you in some way, or they haven't got your back. So it could be that, a boss promised you an opportunity and it never came. And now you have to make your own opportunities, or almost like override your boss's authority and go to their boss for new opportunities. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that a client perhaps is a little bit loose with the truth, or that maybe someone tells you that they can deliver something to you on a certain date and you really require it for your business, and then they let you down. Okay, so let me just see the Moon card, uncertainty. I mean, the Empress tells me that you've worked really hard. The seeds that you've planted so far in your career are growing, and they are attracting wealth and opportunity. We do have the Moon card there and the Five of Pentacles. I mean, this can indicate that some of you, I need to see this card as well, but there could be an indication here where if you're working yourself too hard with pressure, it could make you feel a little bit unwell, or have a little less clarity, shall we say, feel a little bit clouded in the working environment. Let me just see what this one is. Three of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I'm picking up this energy of either someone letting you down, or it's really hard financially. And with the Moon card, it's like you need to find an alternative way, and you're tapping into your other skill set in order to either set up second streams of income, because the Moon card, it's got a dog and a wolf there. The dog represents like a contractual kind of working environment where perhaps you have a certain set of hours that you do, and then the wolf represents independent. So it could be that you're launching something on the side that you're more in control of, that you're an entrepreneur or a boss of. But I mean, these cards can also indicate that you're safeguarding yourself against that rainy day, because showing me the map with the X marks the spot, it can mean that you're going in search of a job that is more lucrative, or you may feel that it's really hard to find a job that brings in extra money at this time, and you're really praying for a solution or something to help. And it's covered by the Page of Pentacles. So actually I see that there is money news coming in, and it actually is positive. So if some of you have like applied for some sort of help or a loan in some area, I feel you'll definitely get it. But also I would say for those of you who are not financially stretched at this time, I would say with the Seven of Swords, just keep your eye on, I just feel it's like opportunities where someone may try to cause you a struggle, or may try to undercut you in pay, for example. It feels like an opportunity could be arising for you, but they may try to offer you less. But again, I get this energy that you negotiate a better deal, or you walk away from it because you value who you are and what you have to offer. And that changes everything. And this is your card of valuing yourself. So, I mean, this card tends to mean more abundance. So you're attracting more wealth that perhaps is on offer. So, for example, some of you, there may be an increase in work, but they're not willing to pay for it, for example. And you may be like, okay, I'm willing to do a certain amount, but now we've really got to think about the next steps, because I can't keep doing this. I can't keep taking on so much more work and not having any incentive, because then that will just breed contempt, and then you'll end up just leaving, and they're going to lose a very important asset to a team. Also, if you're an entrepreneur or a freelancer, you may have some people come in and say, I love your skills. I really love what you do. You're very talented. You're very gifted. I know you want X amount for your services. How about this though? And they basically put another number on the table that is like half or less than what you are asking for. And you're like, are you kidding me? It's almost like it's an insult, right? That's what I'm seeing here. This is like an insult for anyone to offer you less than you truly deserve in a situation. So I feel like you're not taking it. I feel like you're honoring yourself, you're doing what's right, and if you feel like you are underestimated, undervalued, underappreciated, I feel like you're making some moves right now, or you're making some plans to leave in order to establish yourself elsewhere, okay? Now, also, the Empress energy tells me you're going to be very productive, very busy this month ahead, but also Page of Pentacles is almost like a saving grace with this Ace of Wands. New projects, new endeavors, new ideas, feeling bold and daring, and having that brilliant spark of starting something new. This is your vision for the future. This is also transforming your life. So for a lot of you, I see, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you are someone who works in a company, I feel like you could be launching something lucrative, something new that's going to be very exciting for you and bring in more money. Whether it's your own business, because that entrepreneur energy comes as well from the Empress, or whether it is you stepping into a promotion that brings in more money, I definitely see here you're branching out, and it's the start of something really exciting. Also, I feel when you get this card, this is about you being inspired to basically have your plan. I mean, some of you may even like make extra effort or go above and beyond during this time, maybe even study something that you're really excited about, and it opens a whole wealth of doors for you and opportunities that are going to be very exciting. And I just keep getting this energy of transforming your life. Now, for some of you, you may hear of someone leaving the company, not the person who's causing issue. I don't see that person leaving, I'm afraid. But if you work for a company, or even if you're an entrepreneur and there's been someone who's been, causing problems, I don't see that person leaving. But you may actually hear of someone prominent in your industry stepping down. It may come as a bit of a shock to most people, but actually it opens up new avenues for the rest of the company. There's a bit of a reshuffle going on here. And some of you may hear of a merge between companies, or if you're an entrepreneur, you may think about collaborating or merging, because this card is a card of collaboration. So you may be approached by like someone for a brand deal or a sponsorship. Again, I would do your due diligence, because this person or this branding, they see that you really have something to offer, and they want a piece of it, because you're doing really well by yourself. Whatever it is you're doing, you're so awesome at it, but they want a piece. Make sure that they're not overstepping a mark by trying to take too much or trying to undercut you, because I feel that's something that's there. And I'm going to pull a card on this Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords, again, the history of this card is a quest for independence. You are someone who's a maverick. You don't conform to other people's expectations, and you're not a people pleaser. So this is about you, yearning for more independence or breaking free from a group. So it could be that some of you, if there's like a little gossip group in the office, you're breaking free from it so that you can just, withdraw to focus on something that's really important for you, to level up and get that promotion or that raise. For others, especially if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're setting yourself apart from other people that's in the industry so that you can really shine your wonderful light and offer something that other people don't offer. So you're going that extra mile. But also the Seven of Swords, it can indicate if you go too fast, you may have to revisit something, because there's a potential mistake here, or you may miss something because you've been going in stealth mode. So let me just pull a quick card on that Seven of Swords. I mean, I don't like to say that sometimes the Seven of Swords can indicate theft. So just watch out, theft of ideas. Don't leave any money around the office, for example. If you're an entrepreneur, keep your eye on your laptop, you know, that sort of thing. I'm not here to make you feel paranoid, but the Seven of Swords, I have to give you the meaning of it. You know, I don't like delivering this message, but I got to be honest with you. So it's better to be safe than sorry, right? So, forewarned is forearmed in that situation. But I'm just going to move on and see what the Seven of Swords is specifically for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Yeah, it's about you being independent. It's about you. I mean, you saw me shuffle the cards. You can't write this. The fact that this is your overarching energy, this is about you being confident in your skill set, that you work differently from others. And sometimes you may be misunderstood or misrepresented, or even like not given the opportunities to allow you to shine. But that's all about to change here. I definitely see that doors are opening up for you. You've established yourself as being someone who's really awesome at what you do, and now you're just increasing the rewards. These two cards literally mean harvest time. So it could be bonus time, or you seeing evidence of all your hard work starting to pay off in the physical realm. And you worked hard for this, whatever this is. And with that Empress energy, this is about you being in a position of empowerment at this time, or definitely at the end of June there. Despite restructures, despite changes, despite chaotic situations, you're holding a peaceful sort of gravitas about you, where you're not being fazed by any of these things, and you're only going from strength to strength. So when other people around you are literally losing their head, you're standing there going, you know what, I got this, because there's no point in stressing over anything that you can't change. It's going to be what it's going to be. If you can change something about it, I definitely see that you're springing into action to make those changes. Either way, you've got this, and you are reaping more rewards when you have this card and this energy that's coming through. So, I mean, this literally means abundance headed your way. That's either in terms of promotion or an increase in your wealth, but also an increase in enjoying what you do. It's almost like sitting back and seeing the fruits of your labor come to life. So let us move on and get some final cards for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? We got the Sun card. They actually want me to go one more, which is unusual, but the fact that you've got the Sun twice, the Empress twice, pay close attention to your synchronicities, because that tends to mean something. You're shining your light. You are also cultivating new landscapes. Okay, creating new pathways for yourself is what I see there in this term of expansion. And we've got creation and water. As you can see there, this figure, even though everyone else is in a flap, all those birds are fluttering around, this person is centering themselves and finding that inner peace in a very chaotic environment. So again, it kind of highlights the energy that I'm picking up in this reading. Now, of course, number 6 is all about balance. And this card is about you, of course, being very grateful for what you have right now, but you're actually attracting more possibilities and opportunities your way. And I feel like you're basically, building on your vitality, on your health. You're shining really strong. And I feel, you're being transparent about what it is that you want with the universe. And I feel this is a time of clarity for you. But literally, as you can see there, of course, it's a big ball of sun, but also this is this molten lava that's coming down there. And molten lava, of course, it creates new landscapes. So I feel like you're forging new pathways, you're creating new paths which will lead to exciting new things. You're being a maverick. So I definitely see any sort of left field ideas that come your way, really run with it, because it's going to make you very wealthy is what I see long term. But of course, the investment in your energy will be there. It's something that you will sustain and maintain for a very long time. And then we have number 29. When you reduce it, 2 plus 9, of course, is 11. And that is all about the soul path and its creation, water. So this really is about your goals and your dreams and, tapping into having that confidence to be true to yourself and dive deep when it comes to your visions for the future. And, you're a human being. We're all human beings, and we actually move forward. We're not here to remain stagnant. You're here to be in the flow. So right now, you're considering what is vital to your happiness, and you're seeking more of that. And I definitely see here that you're also being true to your emotions, and you're following with your heart. And I also feel that that tower is somehow related to this card. I feel like the decisions that you make to be very independent in your career right now may cause other people to be shocked or put them in a bit of a flap, because I feel cat amongst the pigeons kind of energy from this card as well. And I feel like it doesn't matter if people don't understand what you're doing in your career. This is your life, it's your journey, and you're doing what's best for you at this time. And you're just following through towards your heart's desire. And I feel like you're making waves and actually will level up and create more abundance for yourself there as well. So I'm just going to go and get some final cards before we completely close your reading off. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Okay, independent. Go your own way. I just get this energy of independence. Cat amongst the pigeons. Did I say it or did I not say it? I mean, there it is. That's incredible. I love it when my guides give me that level of synchronicity to highlight to you that not only am I channeling their messages and the energy, but also I'm channeling the outcome to help you on the path that you're on. So I do hope that these readings are of some help in some way. But it says here, independent, go your own way, unique path, self-starter. So I definitely felt startup energy there as well. Own business, freelance, and boss. So either some of you are stepping into a leadership role that has more responsibility, but also more wealth that is attached to it as well. Or some of you are becoming that entrepreneur, or you're already an entrepreneur and you are increasing your reach and you are basically owning it and really enjoying what you do. When you think about cats, they lock their eyes on the object of their desire. So you're very goal-oriented, and then they do a little shuffle where they strategize the best way to pounce on whatever it is that they want. So I feel like you're in that stage right now. Best way to pounce on whatever it is that you want, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, oh, okay. Only one rune there, and we have the Destiny rune, and this is all about fortune. This is a rune that indicates an energy of destiny being involved here. So suddenly an opportunity arising for you that you will grab with both hands. But also this is about taking the initiative to put yourself in a situation that will benefit you. Now, also, this is a rune that can indicate secrets come to light, okay? So some of you could find that someone is doing something a little bit untoward or trying to undercut you or do something underhanded. This will be revealed in this month, but I feel like you will resolve it and you will move away from it or distance yourself from it. I don't see that you're going to be involved in it in any shape or form. And also, this rune is really positive because it means unexpected results. And when you get that tower there, that is an unexpected shift. Okay, and there's results right after it. So I feel it's really positive. Of course, there may be some surprises along the way. I would definitely watch out for those, but I also see the outcome is actually more positive than perhaps you may feel at this time. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Aries. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. And also, some of you wonderful Aries out there have reached out to say that you're not receiving notifications from certain channels, including mine. So I reached out to YouTube and they basically said they did an update a couple of months ago, and people need to go into their YouTube settings and then notifications and then see if their notifications are clicked on. And that's all you have to do. And whatever channel it is that you want the video to sort of notify you about, then just make sure you're subscribed to that person and you've clicked that notification bell as well, because the whole thing is the way to get a notification apparently. So I hope that helps someone out there, and thank you so much, and love and light.